Hello everyone, how are you doing? PS here with another video highlighting productions of the demo scene, this time for the year of 2016. We're trying to keep it down below 10 minutes. There will be playlists at the end of the video listing all of the demos that I mentioned, so you can follow those as well. Let's get right into it, not waste any more time. The year of 2016 started off with a Synchrony, a party between the United States and Canada. It happens on a train, and there were a couple productions that I wanted to highlight. The first one is Futura by Red Sector Inc. It's a 256 byte intro, which had pretty good technical achievement for the times for the MS-DOS. And then we have a PC demo made by Cocoon called Happy New Year 2016. 2016 was a pretty active year for Cocoon. They've been also releasing in 2015 a few stuff, but in 2016 they really cranked up a little bit. It was really cool to see Cocoon active again. Moving on, at Tokyo Demo Fest in Japan, I believe this was in February, we had, February, we had Second Stage Boss released by 0x4015 and Yet11, or Yeti, I don't know how you're supposed to say it. Pretty good 4K intro, really amazed how the Japanese scene really boomed through these years they've been organizing Tokyo Demo Fest. This intro ended up winning a lot of awards, the Best Direction and Best High-End Intro at the Meteorix Awards that happen every year since they've been released. So pretty cool to see that happening from the Tokyo Demo Fest. Moving on, the biggest demo party of the year, Revision. We had a lot of entries, a lot of cool stuff. Let's get into it. First one that I wanted to highlight is called Higher State of Resolution. It's by Dekadence. It's 64K for the Amiga AGA. It won the Amiga Intro Compo. It got a lot of awards on Meteorix Awards. Best Low-End Intro. Was also nominated for the Public's Choice Award. It's pretty good. We also wanted to mention We Are Demo by Fairlight, Offence and Noice. It won the Old School Demo Combo at Revision. Another entry that worth mentioning is from the PC Demo Compo. I wanted to mention a couple of demos from the PC Demo Compo. The first one is Through the Cracks by Still. Pretty good. I liked that they focused on lines and shapes and things that are not like very easy to encode. So they're very hard to watch on video, so you really have to watch the real demo on real hardware to really get the full immersive experience. Another very cool demo that also got released at Revision was Instant God by Fairlight and CNCD, doing some nice particles with smoke, water effects there. And the demo that won Revision 2016 PC Demo Combo was Shapeshift by Cocoon. Really nice demo. I could say a lot, but I don't want to run a lot of time, so let's just say I liked the demo. Let's move on. The PC 64K compo at Revision was also pretty good. We had two major releases. The first one was, or got second place at the compo, was Darkness Lay Your Eyes Upon Me by Conspiracy. I really like that Conspiracy did a more cinematic take than what they were more famous for from their previous releases, and this really hit the spot. It won a lot of awards on the Meteorix the next year as well. Best Storytelling, Storyline Plot, but Public's Choice Award. Best High-End Demo, 64K Intro ended up winning the Best High-End Demo. That just says how 64Ks can procedurally generate as much content or high quality content and cinematic experience as a high-end demo can do nowadays. The other 64K that got released and was really mind-blowing was Fermi Paradox by Mercury. They've been doing a lot of very cool 64K entries, and in 2016 they released this masterpiece. Really good stuff. I really loved watching the compo. And they got a lot of praise for it, a couple awards as well, nominations, but no awards in the end. Sad face. More stuff from Revision. We had a very cool 8K remixing Nexus 7. It's called Nexus 8 by Loonies, also worth checking out, especially if you like the original Nexus 7. And also on the 4K compo at Revision, it started cranking up. The 4K compos at Revision have been good for a lot of years. This year in particular, very tight competition once again. It was won by Soleu by Collapse, which is a Spanish group, and they've been releasing every single year a revision of 4K, trying to win it, and I think this was the year that they finally managed to win, so congratulations to them. Moving on to other parties, we have Simulatu in Finland, a couple of releases that I want to mention from there as well. The first one is Party Elkstravaganza by Spaceballs, an invitation for Soleu 2016. I love Spaceballs' in-your-face kind of attitude on their intros and demos. I really love their style. And this was a very nice invitation. It won the old school intro combo. It's for the Amiga OCS. Another entry that I wanted to mention was made by Nobi. It's called Whitespace by Prismbeings. It won the 4K. It's a 4K. It won the PC intro combo. I believe they combined with 64Ks and other intro stuff. Really nice. I really like the vibe, combined classical music with a modern look, and it really fit very well aesthetically. Very good use of shaders and SDF distortion fields, whatever it's called. Folding space, I believe it's the technical term for that. Another entry that I want to mention, also from Simulatu, a hidden gem that you probably haven't seen, 017571421 by Supadupa. Music by Nobi, very tight sync, very short, it's like 1 minute long, but really well made, very on point. And I liked watching it, and I recommend everyone watching it. It has very low number of views, so I think you will really enjoy it. Go check it out. Moving on to other stuff on France, we had this party called Reset. And there was this release called the 30 Years Amstrad Megademo by Benediction and Vanity. A lot of people contributed stuff for this. It's a Megademo after all. And got nominated for an award. And if you are an Amstrad CPC fan, this was like a reboot of the CPC scene that had been quite dormant. And this Megademo kind of stirred things up a little bit more, made things people get more active again. In England, United Kingdom, we had a party called Sundown, and Sundown had quite a good number of releases. The first one that I want to mention is by HOOY-PROGRAM. It's called In the Future. It's for the ZX Spectrum, and it's a sing-along demo. Really good, very nice, spirited demo. I really loved watching it, and watching Gasman perform it live is also quite a treat. The demo that did win the old school demo compo though was Everyway, collaboration between Blueberry and DJ Hoffman, which was active again on the demo scene after being away for quite a long time. Actually, I think he did something in 2015 already, but he was starting to get more active again. And Everyway is an excellent demo. 64K intro for the Amiga OCS. And I really love the syncs on this. If you get a musician to sync the stuff, it usually turns out pretty good. The PC intro comp also had a very nice entry of 4K by Poo-Brain and Inque called Xanax. Also go check that out. Moving on to Soleu in Norway. The winner of the combined demo compo was Terminal 7 by Cocoon. There was also pretty cool stuff at the old school demo compo. Tiki Tiki Ta by Darklite for the Tiki 100 machine, which I have no clue what it is. Something mostly available in Norway, I believe, retro machine. But the group that won the old school demo compo at Soleu that year was actually Ephidrena with Neonsky. Very short Amiga entry, but it's nice and still trying to explore some tricks on the hardware for the Amiga. So that was very interesting to watch. Moving on to other parties, Assembly is also always pretty big, as usually in 2016 was also pretty interesting. The PC demo compo was okay-ish, not as good as in previous years. The winner demo is really good though. It's called Gestalt, it's by Quite and T-Rex, and it's really quite a sight. I really enjoyed it when it came out. On the other compos, the winner of the 4K compo is also pretty good, it's Outcast by Unknown Artists, and the winner of the 1K compo was also pretty groundbreaking, Escape Through Subspace 1K by Fulcrum, also worth checking out. Other parties that also happened during the summer, Evoke in Germany had also a few interesting releases. E255 by Bomb Sanity and Dreamdealers won the alternative demo compo for the Amiga OCS. Very nice to see more activity back on the Amiga OCS ECS, some old groups coming back to active, really cool to see. At the PC demo compo, we had Alphabet by Gaspard getting the second place. Really cute demo, I really liked watching it, first time I seen it. And the winner of the PC demo compo is Calcatraz by Desire. I think that's it from Evoke. There were a few 4Ks that were also interesting, but I'm running out of time, so I have to move on. Chaos Constructions also had a lot of interesting releases. The first one that I wanted to highlight, 256 bytes, is Quattro by Desire, and Sense Install has 4 different effects in a 256 byte. If you're a coder, assembler programmer, this is... how can you fit so much stuff into so little coding space? And this was one of the entries that sort of resurrected the 256 bytes category. I think the year 2016 was really good for 256 bytes, and a lot of people started paying more attention to that category again, and you will see other parties in the future that will start having these competitions, tight competitions for the 256 bytes. Chaos Constructions is one of them that has regularly a 256 byte competition. Another very good compo at Chaos Constructions that year was the ZX Spectrum demo competition. 2 very awesome demos were released that year. Breakspace by The Super got second place on the compo. The winner was Across the Edge by D-March. Both these demos, excellent stuff. I really recommend you guys watching it. At Function, we also had a couple interesting releases. Universal Sequence by Conspiracy was a sequel to Chaos Theory of some sort. Got a lot of high praise. It's a bit cliche that they kind of remade it, but it was also fun to watch, so we can't really complain about it, which I already did, so well, too late now. The other release that I also wanted to mention was a Raspberry Pi by Desire. Kind of old school looking psychedelic demo, psychedelic trance demo, I think it's the right way to describe it, but made for the Raspberry Pi. It's really good. The Raspberry Pi never really had that many demo releases on it, and this one was pretty well done, so good job, Desire. And if you're a retro computing fan, there's also an interesting release worth checking out. It's called First Contact by Genesis Project, and it's for the Enterprise. I don't know what an Enterprise is, I never saw one, but the demo seems pretty good, and if you're a retro computing fan, you should definitely check it out. Moving on to other parties, Deadline in Berlin also had a couple interesting releases. Rhodium by Alcatraz, everything made by Virgil, won the 4K intro compo. Virgil was becoming one of the big heads behind the 4K compos, doing both code and music. The work that he did for Forklang, producing different kind of patches for Forklang, really helped push the 4K category forward. So this is a very good example of some masterpieces that he did at the time. There were other good releases at Deadline, but we don't have time for everything, so I'm gonna skip to X Party. It's like the mecca for the C64. Only have time to name 2 releases. There are really a lot of them. If you're a C64 fan, you have to watch all of these releases. But I want to name 2 of them. The first one is Wonderland 13 by Sensor Design. Ended up winning the That's Not Possible on This Platform award. I also got nominated for the best low-end demo at the Meteorix Awards as well. The main big revelation from the party though was Lunatico by LFT, and I don't know how Lunatico by LFT did not win that This Is Not Possible on This Platform, because I know from different talks with other seniors and stuff that there was a lot of tricks on this demo of things that were not known possibly to be possible on the C64 by the time it was released, and everything made by one single person, which is LFT, and it was awesome demo, aesthetically cohesive, really well done. The music was great, the effects were great, the whole ambience was really on point. I really love this demo. For me, it was one of the, well, still, like, if you check out the whole of C64 history, this is one of the demos that I recall more easily. So well done, LFT. To wrap up the year, we had Syntax in Australia, also a very good release by Onslaught called Flow State. It's actually a 40 kilobyte intro that won the PC demo compo there. Worth checking out. Another thing also worth mentioning is the Deus Ex Mankind Divided Crack Troll by Razer 1911. Yes, people still made crack trolls in 2016. This was released in November 2016. Deus Ex Mankind Divided was a pretty big title at the time, and I'm sure a lot of people that still play cracked games, pirated games, seen this little crack troll in front of them, so it's worth mentioning. Another party worth mentioning is called Silly Venture, more focused on the Atari releases. A couple of releases that I want to mention from that. The first one is Unmech by Agenda. It won the Atari 8-bit demo compo, and also got a Meteoric Award for the best low-end demo. It actually won, not just nominated. Another couple of releases released at Silly Venture. The first one is Chiphead by Altair, which was a remake of Ziphead, the demo by Fairlight, released on the previous year in 2015 at Revision 2015. This was like a remake in using the Atari VCS, very limited machine, if you don't know what the Atari VCS is. It follows the same structure, the same music, and it's just very well done. So congratulations on that. It won the console demo compo at Silly Venture. Last but not least, I wanted to mention the Electric Knight demo by Dune. It won the Falcon demo compo, also at Silly Venture once again. And that's it. I also wanted to mention Under Constructions, that they had very nice 4K compo. Don't have time to mention all of the entries. I will mention Evolve by Schengen All Stars, though, which was the invitation for revision of next year. So those are all the entries that I think are really worth checking out. I'm sorry I don't have time to name a few more. I could have easily added a few more. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below if I forgot like one of your favorites, something that is really worth other people to check out. That's what comments are for, to name drop some stuff that is worth checking out for others who are watching and reading the comments. So see you next video. Bye bye everyone. Take care.